Hey there, this is Kushal, and in this video, I'm going to tell you how to implement face recognition in very few lines of code. So stay tuned till the end of the video. I'll tell you step-by-step explanation. We'll be using some modules as I can't teach you whole mathematics in a single video. So in this video, we will be trying to implement the face recognition, which is a very common thing nowadays because a lot of people are doing mask detection and things. So it's a very crucial thing in order to implement the mask recognition or face detection, or basically making data sets to recognize masks. But in order to implement it from scratch, you need to learn a lot of maths, but we are not going to focus on that. So if you are somebody who loves to learn maths, you should check out my other videos as well as check out my course in the description. So in order to implement face recognition, we'll be using some modules, and those modules are, first of all, face recognition module. This is a very standard module in Python which you can very easily install if you have Linux, but if you are on Windows, you'll be having some problems. That's why I recommend you to have Ubuntu terminal installed in your Linux, in your Windows. So you can simply go to store and get that simply by clicking, simply by searching Ubuntu. This one. Okay, so if you'll install it, you will be getting a terminal something like this, and you can have all of the Linux commands like to be running in this, as well as able to use your Windows file system, right? So we'll be using this in order to implement, and as I am on a Windows system, I won't be able to make you see the live implementation of face recognition in which my face is getting recognized, because using this module in Windows, it does not let you take access of camera, right? So if you have Windows, you should be following this thing. If you don't have Windows, if you have Linux, you're very lucky. You can implement whole code and you'll be able to use camera, right? So let's proceed with the things, the module installations and things. So you'll have to install some modules, which is face recognition. Second is CV2, which is OpenCV, in order to read images or get camera access if you're on Linux. Third is dlib, which is deep learning module, very easily implementing things. So basically face recognition uses dlib, right? It's not a standard deep learning framework, but a lot of modules use this thing just for easier implementation of things. Standard modules are TensorFlow and Keras and these things. Now let's go to the Visual Studio in which we will be coding things out. So guys, this is our directory in which I've taken 2 images, and we'll be using these images to detect faces, right? One is image of a girl, and second is image of a group, right? So we'll be writing a code to detect faces in these images using the face recognition module. And also we have this Visual Studio here, Visual Studio Code, which is just a text editor of choice. You can go with Sublime Text. You can even use Notepad if you are so fond of using retro things. So let's make a new file here. Let's save it face recognition.py, and we'll be writing our code here, right? So in order to write code, we'll need to import face recognition, which is the module which you can simply install by typing pip install face recognition, like this, pip install face recognition, right? Along with this, you need dlib, right? You like rest of the things will be auto installed, and if you face any issues and any errors, please type in the comment section below and I'll be helping you out. So we need face recognition, we need PIL, right? PIL. What is PIL? It is Python image library, PIL, and in this we have a sub module that is image, right? So using this we will be reading images, right? And that's all we need. And also we'll be needing CV2 in order to save images, because I won't be able to visualize it for you. So I'll be saving these images, saving the faces, and then I'll be showing you, right? So let's start with this. We need to start, first of all, we need to read our image. So in order to read our image, we need to write image equals to face, or why not, let's do import face recognition as fr. Just so that we don't have to write this whole word again and again. And again guys, if you are not familiar with Python, you should go and check out the description for a Python course as well as this complete AI course has Python course also, so you can get it. It is a very discounted price. The actual worth of this course is around 14,000 or something, and we are giving it off for 1,500, right? So let's start reading our image. So fr.load image file, and in this put your file name. File name is alex.jpeg, right? This is our image, and if you want to show it, so plt not plt cv2.im show. I can make it visualize in this terminal, so Python, but again I won't be able to do it because this face recognition is not installed in my Windows. So if you have Linux, I hope you have heard the starting lines of this video. Like now what we have to do, we have to detect faces in this image, and in order to detect faces, what do we do? What do this module does? This module basically gives you the locations of your face. Location means 4 coordinate, right? Top, right, left, right, and bottom, like this. So it gives you 4 coordinates. I'll be printing all of these, and you'll be understanding what I'm talking about. And these four coordinates basically help you make a bounding box there, but it's you who will be doing these things. I'll be teaching you how to recognize faces. So let's now go to our code and write further code. So in order to get those locations, we need to get these. So locations equals to fr dot face locations, and in this put your image img, right? And you have a model selection choice because it has some models. One is histogram of gradients model. So like this is purely mathematics. So you'll have to select a model which is HOG or CNN. You can use. You have two options here. Either you can use CNN, which is a bit slower but more accurate. So if you have GPU, it's good. But if you don't have GPU, you can use this thing HOG, which is again a mathematics based on calculus, right? So after this, you can print how many faces you have. So faces recognized and length of locations. So it will be basically giving you some tuples in this locations, and number of locations will be number of faces. So let's try and print this thing. Let's see if we are able to do this. So in order to run this thing, you'll have to open your Linux subshell, like this Linux shell here, and write the command to load this Python module. So in this Linux subshell, type in your Python command. If you have Python 3, type Python 3 face recognition.py, and let's run it, and let's see how many faces it detects. So it is detecting 1 faces. Now if we just change this thing, change the image, that is if we put group.jpg in which we have multiple faces like this, let's see how many faces it detects. So it has detected 4 faces out in here. And if we replace this thing to CNN, let's see if it works. I don't know, let's see. And so you can see it takes a bit of a time, but it is only able to detect 2 faces. I don't know why, maybe some of the faces are blurry or something, but let's use HOG for now because it's faster. And these locations, now let me tell you how you can interpret these locations and crop your image from the face, right? So let's write the code to crop image wherever the face is, right? So let's use the alex.jpg image, and now what we have to do, we have to write one loop, right? What that loop will do, that loop will select from this LOC. So if I print LOC, you'll be seeing it is something like a list or a tuple. So here you can see LOC is a list in which we have face locations like this. So it is in the format of top right bottom left, top right bottom left, and using this we'll have to crop the image, right? So top right bottom left, and in order to do this we need to run one loop. And if I'll be using multiple faces, that means group.jpg, we'll be getting multiple locations like this. right? So we'll be using these locations to extract out the face image. So in order to do that, we'll have to run a loop. That means for location in location, which is a way to run a loop. I hope your Python is clear, right? Yeah, you can say face in locations. I hope your Python programming is clear. And in this, you'll have to just extract out from this face. So face is a tuple, and you can extract out numbers from a tuple like this: top comma right comma bottom comma left, and it will automatically assign values to these variables, right? You can verify it by printing print top right bottom left, right? Now let's go to our Linux subshell, and you can see, okay, bottom is not defined. Right, so you can see these are 4 coordinates which are extracted. Now this loop, what this loop will do, if we'll be having multiple coordinates, we'll be able to extract multiple times, right? How multiple times? You can see if I just select group.jpg, you can see all of the 4 faces are in the variable, and you can crop the images one by one. So let's crop it. Let's crop this image. So in order to crop image, what you'll have to do, you'll have to select only those pixels from top to bottom, left to right, in order to crop an image. What I'm saying, that means if your image basics are clear, if you're following previous videos, image is a matrix, right? So what you have to do, you have to select from top to bottom. That means these pixels, top to bottom, right? Top to bottom. And from left to right, that means these pixels. So what is the common area? This is the common area. Okay guys, this is the common area, and here is where our face is, right? So in order to do this, what we'll do, we'll write face image equals to img, which is our original image, which is a matrix, and top to bottom, right, comma left to right. So this is our new face image. Now we'll have to just write this face image. Okay, we'll have to save this image. So what we can do, either we can make a list. So list equals to, not list, ls equals to a blank list. Let's append in it ls dot append face image. And why I'm appending in it, because if we are having multiple faces, so that we'll be able to plot one by one. So I won't be plotting it, but I'll be saving it off. So I'll be writing cv2 dot im right, and then this I'll be writing alex face dot jpeg you can say. And I hope you know who is Alex. I don't have to explain it, right? So let's write ls0, because in this list at the 0 position we have this. Now when I'll run this thing, you can see one image will be saved here. Here we go, alexface.jpg, and face got cropped off. This was the whole image, and we cropped off the face, right? Now if you want me to run this thing on some other image, let me get one image. So let's get our honorable Prime Minister's image. Let's detect his face. So guys, we have this image of Mr. Modi, and we will be cropping out his face. No hate comments please in the chat window. I'm not going personal here. It's just his name came up in my mind, that's why I'm using it. So I'll be changing this thing. So Modi G dot jpg, I hope this is, and Modi G face dot jpg, right? Let's see. So we have this face of Mr. Modi which got recognized. Guys, don't go on this bad color, because it is just because We are just taking only single channel of the image. That's why it is coming out like this. So that's how you can implement face recognition. You can find this code in the description. You can add your creativity. If you are on Linux, you can just implement it. You can just implement it in your camera, because if you are following my previous videos, you know how to use camera, and you can easily implement it in camera if you have done the assignments, right? So thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you liked it. Good luck, goodbye, and I'll see you in the next one. And by the way, if you have still not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, because sometimes I upload detailed mathematics videos regarding machine learning and AI, and sometimes I sometimes I upload videos like these, the implementation ones. Goodbye.